What is going on, guys? It is Ahmed, and I am back today to kind of give you guys all an update on how things have been going this week overall with all the positions that I've been speaking about, all the stocks and SPACs. So again, I don't want anyone to be worried because it is the end of the year. It's the last 5 days of the year, and typically what is seen historically in the stock market, the last week, people take their profits, people take their positions, there's buying, there's selling due to tax purposes, because again, all these trades need to be executed before the end of the year, which is today, the 31st. So happy New Year to everybody. Hope you all are going to enjoy it. Stay safe. Remember social distance when you can. But, let's get that all aside and talk about our positions. So THCB, we were peaking at $20.10 a share Monday this week. We were pretty excited about that. But of course, no definitive agreement means that maybe it was a little overbought. But again, we're down about 15% over the week. APXT, another position that we established earlier on, 1742 is where we peaked, down about 14%. Are we seeing a trend here? GIK, let's go to the 5-day. Peaked around 1551, down about 15%. This is kind of strange. Fuel cell, 5-day, 1340, came down about 16.5, 17%. Sorry, I'm just going to keep going. FUBO TV, another one that we talked about. This one got hit the hardest because it was definitely overbought. But again, down about 43% the last 5 days, guys. The last 5 days, or about week, for the last week, I should say. What are we seeing here? THBR, again, picked up 1472, down about 10%. So guys, why am I showing you all this, and why am I telling you all not to worry? I have even, I put up BFT that we could see, similar things, and DNMR, just the things that I talked about recently. After it went public, it peaked about $30, came down 22.9 or 23%. So guys, again, please do not panic. I'm not a financial advisor by any means, but what I'm telling you is to look at history. If we go back last year, the year before that, what happens to the stock market in the last week of the year? We see a sell-off. That is very common, and it is normal. It is healthy for the stock market's longevity. It's normal for people to take their profits or to sell their losses as well when it comes to the end of the year, because they want to take the losses for tax purposes so they can get some exemptions or deductions, whatever you want to call them. Because again, for capital gains taxes, if you sell off before the end of the year, you can write those things off when it comes to tax season in April. And then the government gives you some type of, again, a deduction from your taxes throughout the year, especially for traders, the day traders, those short sellers. Those guys are the ones who are probably doing this the most. So again, please don't worry, look at these as rather, come Monday next week, look at these as buying opportunities. It's not too late now if you have, a brokerage that allows you to do after-hours trading, like Webull, for example. Go in and go ahead and look at the stocks. None of the fundamentals changed. These are all still great speculative plays, especially the SPACs. But the non-speculatives like FUBO and Fuel Cell that I broke down in previous videos, those have a lot of potential still. And sorry to be kind of boring and mention the same stocks over and over, but again, all the big things that I talked about: THCB, APXT, GIK, THBR, BFT. All of these are our Q1 merging companies. These are all the SPACs that are going to be merging Q1 with very, very solid, fundamentally sound companies that I see a very bright future for. So what should we take this as? Guys, do not let these short sellers, do not let these market manipulators get to your head. Please don't look at your portfolios on a day-to-day basis, especially this week and even maybe the next week. Coming January, there's going to be so much change. A new U.S. president, all these things that are happening that are changing in the market that will change. It's going to, again, change in the news influences change in the market. But we have to understand that, hey, we as people who invested in these companies because we see them as a long-term play, as something that is going to do very well, especially for these SPACs that are going to be merging, they're going to do very well post-merger. We need to look at it as, okay, where is my buy? Where are my buy zones? Where did I establish my positions? And is it dropping down to somewhere around that? For example, for me, THBR, I bought in at like the 1090 range, and after it peaked about 1472, it's come down 10%. After looking more into it, unfortunately, I saw it run up, and I was like, okay, I'm going to keep the position that I originally established. But then I realized, I was like, wow, this company really does have a lot of potential. So as I see the price come down closer to where I bought originally, I might do a little bit of averaging up. And again, these are things that I mentioned before, but averaging up is buying the price or buying the stock at a little higher price than what you bought it for the first time, to put your average cost basis around, a higher price point. So for me, if it's around 1060, 1080, I'm not sure exactly. Now, if I buy in more positions at the 1322 mark, depending on how many shares I buy, my average price is going to be between those 2 points. So guys, if you missed out or you saw a run up, especially things like GIK, what is going on with GIK? I'm not sure why. The definitive agreement is established with Lightning E-Motors. So I see this as, guys, a great buying opportunity for down this much. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your due diligence, do your own research, look at my previous videos, look at other videos that other YouTubers have put up. Because again, these companies that I mentioned today are not only backed by, analysts and some of the other things like that, but also other people who are just, again, retail investors looking to put their money to good use so we could see it grow. That is ultimately what I created this channel for, so everyone can have insight on all these things. So again, please do your research. Look into these companies before they run back up, because I am so sure they will. The ultimate, the ultimate destination for all of these is the moon. So please do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just very excited about these companies. I'm very excited about the sell-off because, again, you never, ever lose money in the stock market unless you sell at a loss. Remember that rule. Please, you never, ever lose money in the stock market unless you sell at a loss. Thank you all for tuning in. And until next time, keep investing.